This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine, Mabel. Quite a beauty back in her day. It seems there was this boy named Harold who was obsessed with becoming a scout. Well, not just any scout, but the best, most helpful scout ever. Except Harold's health usually came close to killing us. Take the time Harold spotted sweet little Mabel, dear heart that she is, making her way down the boulevard carrying a small bunch of daisies she bought to put a little sunshine into her life. All of a sudden, Harold swooped down like a hawk, saying, "Let me help you across the street." And before Mabel could let out a peep, Harold's leading her to the other side, where he flashed his biggest, best scout wannabe smile and hurried off to find another victim. Problem was, sweet little old Mabel didn't want to cross. And trying to get back was like trying to cut across a race car speedway. The cars whizzed by like rockets, spinning Mabel round like a top. Her daisies ended up on the windshield of a Buick, so the driver couldn't see, and he slammed into Mr. Carletti's fruit stand. And then there was a time Harold showed up with a tray of marshmallow bonbons. Someone mentioned how Harold had finally turned out to be such a fine young man indeed. And then they clamped their traps down on the soft and oozing marshmallow delights and discovered a minefield of peanut brittle lurking under the delicious goo. It shattered the few teeth some of them had left. The ouches echoed through the hall like the thunder of Hercules. But alas, to Harold's desensitized ears, it sounded like a chorus of angels singing his praises. But the straw that broke the camel's back came one morning when the folk from the retirement home met in the park for their weekly Tai Chi exercise class. And their usual instructor, the gentle Mr. Lee, was home with the flu. And you know who, yep, our Harold, volunteered to take over. Replace the ancient Tai Chi sway and flow with rock and roll, blasting from a supersonic boombox. And shouting, "Shake the bottom, shake the top, shake them bones till they pop." And the poor, frail creatures popped until they dropped. Mabel, the daisy lady, whispered to her friends, "Let's not get mad, dearies. Let's get even." "Welcome to the Sunset Palms retirement home," old Mabel said to Harold, who was looking oh so proud and handsome in his best go-to-church duds. "It was nice of you to invite me to lunch," said Harold, as he was seated at the head of the long table and served the first course, which was at best described as warm slurp. Harold politely said, "It's good, real good." "Glad you like it, Harold," added old Lucas, "because there's plenty more where that came from." And no sooner did Harold polish off one course than another was served to him. And another. And another. Until finally the last of the warm slurp had been slurped, and Harold got up on his feet to say he never ate such tasty food in his whole life, adding, "I can hardly wait till I grow old myself so I can eat all the strange food I want." "Strange food!" they all shouted at once. "That wasn't strange food," Mabel replied with glee. "It was pre-chewed food. Personally pre-chewed by us old-timers. And served to our favorite scout, Harold." This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. As for Harold, all he eats these days is hard-boiled eggs, hard salami, and hard candy.